Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, today's video, I'm going to be going over God's universal laws, aka the laws of the universe, aka the laws of nature. All right, God is the creator of the universe. He is the creator of all things, including the universe. All right, and He has given us some laws that we have to abide by and then we have to follow. And without these laws, we're not able to maneuver into, be able to co-create our own realities. So that's why oftentimes we feel stuck and, we don't know which direction to go in life because we don't know the laws of the universe. And that's my job here right now. So in this video, I'm going to be going over God's universal laws that you need to know. All right. So let's not waste any time and let's go ahead and get started. Spiritual class is in session. All right, so first off, we got the law of divine oneness. Now, the law of divine oneness clearly states that we are all the same. We are all one consciousness. We all come from the main source, which is God. All right. We don't, we're not separate from each other. We're not different amongst each other. We might be different biologically, but on the grand scheme of things, on the bigger scale, on the bigger picture, when you look at the bigger picture, we are all one. We are all one consciousness. All right, so we always have to remember that when we're, abiding by the laws of the universe, we are all from the divine being, which is God. All right, so number 2, the law of vibration. Now, with the law of vibration, it states that energy is always in constant motion. Energy is always moving. Energy is always vibrating. Every single living thing, whether it be the trees, the plants, animals, humans, all of us are made up of energy. All of us are made of, vibrational energy, and energy is always in constant motion. Right? Whether that be high vibrational energy, people are, they vibrate at a higher frequency, at a higher vibration, and then there are people who are at a low frequency, at a low vibration in life. So we're all, energy is always moving, energy is always vibrating, energy is always in constant motion, whether it's high vibrational energy or a low vibrational energy. All right, so number 3, the law of action. Now in the Bible, it states that faith without works is dead. All right, now I know some of you guys have heard that saying, faith without works is dead. So we have to put forth the action. All right, we can't just have faith and, want to do something, want to go after that dream, want to go after that goal, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're thinking. We have to put forth the action into it. All right, we have to lay that groundwork. We have to lay that foundation. We have to get up and move. All right, we can't just sit on the couch, sit on the sofa, sit on the chair, and just think about our goals and dreams like, oh, I want to accomplish this, I want to accomplish that, I want to do this, I want to do that. We have to, assert ourselves. We have, thoughts create our reality, but we have to put forth the action into it. We have to put forth the action into that reality that we have created in our minds. So the law of action, that's what it states. We have to put forth the action in order to make our dreams come true and to, co-create our own reality with the help of God. Now, number 4, the law of correspondence. Now, the law of correspondence is basically so above as below, as within, so without. So if you are a person who has, who has good energy from within, you have a clean temple, you're right from within, you have that light in you from within, you're always taking care of yourself, you're always thinking positive thoughts, showing gratitude and things like that, then that's going to portray in your outer world. If you're a person that's living in darkness, you're battling demons, you're dark on the inside, you're always telling yourself that you're not capable of doing these things, you're this and you're that, you're not good enough, then that's how your outer world is going to portray. So the law of correspondence is as within, so without. So whatever is in your heart, whatever you're dealing with on the inside, that's what's going to portray on the outside. So number 5, the law of cause and effect. So the law of cause and effect states that whenever we do something, a certain outcome happens, or a certain outcome appears, whether that be, a thought, the cause could be a thought, an action, whatever we do, whether we do good deeds, That's what the outcome is gonna bring. Good deeds start to come back. So when you're doing, bad things and you're thinking all these, these negative thoughts and things like that, that's what's gonna come back to you. All right, there's a cause for every effect. So everything that we do, everything that we say, every action that we put forth to ourselves into the world, that's what's gonna come back. All right, positive or negative. So number 6, the law of compensation. Now, the law of compensation states that whenever we align ourselves with God's will, whenever we are, fulfilling our purpose, fulfilling our God-given purpose, that's what's going to come back. God is able to bring us these blessings and these gifts, by doing the will of God and fulfilling our purpose, and to have positivity, always showing positivity, whatever, even if life throws things our way, we're dealing with obstacles, these trials and tribulations, if we're able to, maneuver from that and just go through the flow, go through the state of life, God is able to provide us with these blessings and these gifts. All right. That's why, that people say it's better to give than to receive. When you're helping people, when you're providing information, when you're, giving money to the poor and things like that, gifts are going to come back to you. God is going to bless you and provide you many things along the way. So always, be giving, show gratitude, always show positivity to other people, to your brothers and sisters, and you will be rewarded and paid for it in the long run. So number 7, the law of attraction. Now, I know this is probably like probably the most popular one, is the law of attraction. All right, whatever you portray, that's what you're going to attract. All right, if you're a positive person, if you're vibrating at a high frequency, if you're just an overall positive human being, you're full of light. You're going to attract more people. You're going to have more people, coming towards you, want to speak to you. You attract more like-minded individuals. And they're the same for the opposite. If you are living in darkness, you're always talking about this person, always talking about yourself, always judging people, and you're just a negative person all around, that's what you're going to attract as well. That's why you see, people on social media, gossiping, throwing hate, throwing dirt, and you just have more negative people coming towards you. When you're a type of person that just shows positivity, you might bring, there might be some haters along your way, but most of the time, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be attracting more like-minded individuals like yourself. So that's basically sums up the law of attraction. All right, what you are is what you attract. Number 8, the law of transmutation of energy. Now, with the law of transmutation of energy is never in one place. Energy is never stagnant. Energy is always constant, and energy is always moving. All right, so for the ladies, if you're creative and you have all this energy, use that creative energy to do something productive, to do something creative. Use that energy, all that positive energy that you have, to do something creative, starting a business, or painting, or exercising, something along those lines. And for the guys, get on semen retention. All that sexual energy that's built up inside of you from semen retention, use that energy to do something productive, like working out, going towards your goals, fulfilling your God-given purpose, things like that. So energy is never in one place. Energy is always, constantly moving. All right, so you're able to transmute that energy, all that energy that's built up inside of you, and put it towards something that's productive. Number 9, the law of relativity. Now, the law of relativity is, life is always going to, throw obstacles your way. Like, life is a big test. Life is a big test. That's why we always have these, these trials and tribulations, because it's provided for us to, to strengthen us. We have to be able to learn from our mistakes and learn from our, from our troubled times, in order to complete that main mission. And what is that main mission? To have a closer relationship with God. So life is always going to be throwing you tests. God's always going to be providing you tests. You're going to be going through some tough times, but you always have to remember nothing is permanent. Nothing in this life is permanent. So all the, the down times, the stress that you're going through, it's all temporary. You have to remind yourself that it's all temporary. And nothing is never permanent. So life is going to be throwing, tests your way, and you have to be able to, combat that and, rise above all the trials and tribulations that you're going through in order to strengthen yourself. That all this that's happening in the world is only going to strengthen you to have that closer relationship with God, to be, to have that perfect harmony, to have that perfect relationship with the Most High God. Now, number 10, the law of polarity. Now, the law of polarity states that everything has an opposite. Hot, cold, good, bad, and things like that. All right, so everything has an opposite. If you're wanting to change, if you're doing something that's not working, look at it from the opposite side of the spectrum. If you're a person that's, going through things, you're tend to be negative, you have negative thoughts, you're just a negative person overall, and you're wanting to change that, look at the opposite. What's the opposite of negative? Positive, right? So try to become more of a positive person. Always, seek God. Always, just be a positive person. Spread positivity. Do things like do exercise, like cultivate mindfulness. Practice gratitude and things like that. So always become more of a positive person, and always remember that the law of polarity is one thing, always has an opposite. Number 11, the law of rhythm. Now, the law of rhythm basically means that everything has a rhythm. All right, not everything stays the same. Like I mentioned earlier, everything doesn't stay the same. Everything always changes. Like, for example, Mother Nature with the different seasons, winter, spring, summer, fall, everything changes, and you have to, stay within the rhythm of things. All right, you can't just stay in one place. You can't stay stagnant, being, one place for the rest of your life. You always have to change. Everything changes. So you have to stay afloat. You have to stay within the rhythm. All right, like what Bruce Lee would say, be like water, because water is always flowing. Water is always moving. It's never staying stagnant. It's never, staying in one place. Water is always moving. All right, so you have to be like water and be in a constant flow with everything. Everything changes. Your mood changes. People change all the time. Your mood changes. You're never going to stay happy, 24/7. That's impossible. You can't stay happy 24/7. You're always going to be going through different, emotions and things like that. But we always have to rise above all the trials and tribulations that life throws and always stay in that constant rhythm, right? Just like a sailboat. When that wind is coming towards that sailboat, use those sails to turn and maneuver to the place that you're willing to go to, right? So always stay in that constant rhythm, stay in that constant motion, and always, never stay stagnant, and always flow through the rhythm. Last but not least, number 12, the law of gender. Now, with the law of gender, everything has a masculine and feminine energy. We all as human beings have a masculine and feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. And it's important for us to balance those energies in order to co-create our own reality and to, balance ourselves overall as people. Right? If you're, a man and you're not, you don't have the balance between the masculine and feminine energy, you might experience, anger and, rage and, things like that, discomfort, stress, all that. Same thing for a woman. So we always have to balance our energies. We always have to balance our masculine and feminine energies. All right? That's the most important thing to do. When you're a man or a woman, both of those energies need to be balanced and then be in harmony with one another. So if they're in balance, we experience a lot of problems in our lives. So we have to keep those two energies in balance in order to be in harmony with ourselves. All right, so these are God's universal laws, or the laws of the universe, laws of nature, whatever you want to call it, that you need to know. All right. Number 1, the law of divine oneness. 2, the law of vibration. 3, the law of action. 4, the law of correspondence. 5, the law of cause and effect. I forgot to put law in number 6. The law of compensation. Number 7, the law of attraction. Number 8, the law of transmutation of energy. Number 9, the law of relativity. 10, the law of polarity. 11, the law of rhythm. And number 12, the law of gender. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Always, stay up to date with the laws of the universe. Without the laws of the universe, you're always going to stay stuck. You're not going to be able to know where to go in life. That's what, people tend to experience. So always stay up to date and learn more about the laws of the universe. And I promise you'll be able to, know what your purpose is. You'll be able to strive in life. And with the help of God, you're able to create your own reality. All right? So till next time, and always remember, all power resides from within, and always keep the faith because God and the universe is always working for you. Take care, guys, and God bless.